Hey, you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet, testing out some Dollar Tree product. I love doing these kinds of videos because they're a lot of fun to go up and down the aisles, find some new stuff, and to try them out to see if they're worth your $1.25. In this video, I went searching for things in the back to school section where I found a lot of school supplies I want to try out, also in the stationery section, and then a little bit of the toys too. So we have a lot to try out in this video. Let's start now. We're going to start off with these new journals. I have done a whole video on the previous journals that are still in stores now. I'm going to have to put that up in the corner for you to go and check out if you're into the journals, because I went in depth. I opened every single package that they had. Now they have the same things, but now it's for the new year. So you can still find these, but then they brought out these and there was quite a selection of these too. And so I'm not trying out the whole line. I just was going to try out the cover sheets to see what those were about and the inserts and then some of the expansion discs. The expansion discs also came with the previous ones. This year, they're separate. One of the issues I had last year is the paper didn't really move well on the expansion discs, but it's very similar to the Happy Planners. So let's look at the cover sheets first. It says it's a 2-pack. I picked the style with the flowers on it. There was a couple of different styles this year. And what was smart of them to do is not to put the date on it, because the last ones had the year on it. That is kind of limiting. Oh, and I can tell you already, these are much better. This is more like a poly folder. The other ones didn't quite have that stability to them, so these are much better. They are also a little bit bigger. In my Shop With Me video where I showed you everything, I did a comparison for the old ones as far as size goes. So this says they are 6.375 by 8.75 inches. So we have the notes assortment filler pages. They also had the calendars. They had a couple of different choices that you could do for your inserts. You could get them all, or you can just get one. Oh look, they're both regular. Okay, that's cool. So we got the line sheet and we have the plain sheets too, and it says it's 30 sheets in here. Oh, there's even more. Oh my gosh. So we have like the grid that looks like graph paper, and then we have the dots for bullet journaling, and then the blank pages. So 3 different styles. Oh, and then this one's divided up like lists, and it's front and back on everything. Let's put it together with the expansion discs. This comes with 10, but they also had blue and purple and I think pink too. And like I said, last time I wasn't very fond of the discs, and the discs last time came in 2 different sizes, like a small and a large. And then the discs are supposed to just slide onto there. Now I'm not sure if there's a proper method to doing this, so I'm sure there's someone out there probably screaming at their screen right now if I'm putting these on incorrectly, but I'm putting all the pages on at once onto each disc. And it looks like we have 2 discs left over, which is nice to have some spares. And there's what it looks like when it's all put together. And now let's see how it opens. Oh, this is much better than the last version. So I can actually turn the pages. So you can expand as much as you want with these discs and take out pages fairly easily. So I would have liked to have had the disc come with the covers, but since the covers are better quality now, I can definitely see why they didn't want to do that. But the good side is everything is better quality now. The discs, I can actually move the pages, and I like the inserts and the choices that they had for the inserts. So we're going to give the new planners big, huge Purple Alphabet thumbs up for sure. This is a good one. Next up, we have the zebra highlighters. Now this came in 3 different packages. So I have the yellow and green, but you could also get in purple, blue. I think they had a pink and an orange. These are all chisel tip. It says on the back that it doesn't bleed through most papers, and this is water-based ink. Do the green first, and let's highlight. That works as expected. I would say it's a little lighter than I thought it would be. Here's the yellow. Oh wow, the yellow is really pigmented. And then let's check on the bleed through. Don't really see it. I barely can tell that it went through just a little bit. There's some like bubbling of the paper, I guess is the way to put it. I do wish this was a little bit more concentrated, but the yellow is really good. Let's try it on the page here. Color shows through pretty good over the ink. No bleed through. How long they last is still yet to be known, but I do like the size of them personally. Not a lot of people like the fat ones, but they got some little grips on here and it just feels nice. So thumbs up. Next up, we have the acrylic note board. And this actually came in 2 different styles too. There was a to-do list and I can't remember what the other one was. I'll have to find that video clip and put it in. But it's just an acrylic piece that has these slots on the bottom to put this piece, which is to hold your cell phone. It's supposed to stand up like this. So the big piece goes in the back and then your cell phone goes here. like that. And it's going to slide off. No, I don't think so. And then on the other side, we have the to-do list, and that's supposed to be used with a dry erase marker. Got one of those. And of course, I'm pretty sure this is going to work without an issue. You can put the foam part on this side. That's the to-do list side. And then you have a blank side over here, and you can write whatever you want on it. This does seem to want to slip out, but if you're going to have it just on your desk, then that's not a problem at all. But I think that's kind of a cool little item to have, and you didn't have to make it with a Cricut or anything. It's already done for you for the $1.25. So we're going to give this guy a thumbs up. Found some fun ink glitter markers. I got the whole set that I could find. I feel like there might be another one with an orange and maybe another color, but we have the red and silver. We have the gold, green, blue, and purple. True to package, it says it's vibrant metallic ink with glitter. Decorate paper, cards, and more. So it's telling you here on the side of the barrel that you have to get the ink flowing. So I have to push it in. There it comes. Okay. Don't see much glitter just yet. Let me look a little closer. All right, there's definitely some shimmer to it, and I got some on my hand. We have all the colors done. I would have to say that when they write, they aren't exactly smooth, but maybe that's the tip or the color, but they definitely are metallic, and you can see it more so when you do like a large swatch of color versus a line. The color flow came out pretty good as long as you started it off right. I think the best colors might be the blue and maybe the green and purple. The other colors were okay. Can't really see it too much in the red or the yellow or even the silver, although the silver does look metallic. Now the thing is, you only get two to a package, so if you want the whole set of colors, you're spending almost $4 on the whole set. And for art craft projects, this would actually work out really well if you wanted some extra glitter. So we're going to give these a big thumbs up. I think they're great and they work well, and I bet the kids are going to love them. And of course, I got it all over me. Now that I have some glitter on my hands, we can continue on to our next item, which is the sticky note set. And it was with the back to school supplies. It came in maybe 2 or 3 different styles with this marbleized color to it. There was several office supplies that had this marbleized look. I wanted to see what it looked like inside. Oh, it's so cute. All right, so we got some coordinating Post-it notes. That's the large square ones, 3x3 it looks like. We have the little tabs here, the page flags, the mini Post-it notes up here in the corner. Oh, I see. It's the adhesives on that side. So I got that wrong. There we go. On that side, and then we have the smaller tabs over here in 3 different colors. This looks white probably on camera, but it's actually that marbleized look right here. So it's as if they printed it right on here. You also got that marbleized look there. Now let's check if they peel off okay. They stick well. They do. This might be a good win. Sometimes when you get the Post-it notes or the generic Post-it notes from the Dollar Tree, they don't peel off. They get stuck or they don't stick very well. So these stick pretty well over and over and over again. And a little case to sit nicely on your desk too. You could even put that on your acrylic to-do list and have that sit there too. That would work. So thumbs up for the Post-it notes. Look for this in several different colors. We have the candy scented markers and pencil sets. I picked up the Mike and Ike, and it's supposed to smell like Mike and Ike candy. And then we have the Jolly Rancher. That's supposed to smell like Jolly Rancher. There's a scented highlighter, a pen, and a bookmark. There's a couple of different ones. I think there were also some in licensed characters. So let's open these up and test them out. This is more of a novelty item than anything else. There's our pencil and our highlighter and our bookmark. That looks like it smells too. Let me try. Bookmark does not smell like anything. Oh, it writes really well. And then we have our highlighter. Wow, that's really bright yellow highlighter. That's like neon. That's definitely pigmented, so that worked. Just smelled the highlighter, and it definitely has a very faint Jolly Rancher scent. It's not very strong. It's very, very faint, so it's not going to be overpowering. Let's try the Mike and Ike. And as I'm looking at the package, it's the highlighter that's supposed to be scented, not the bookmark. Mike and Ike bookmark, pen, and the highlighter. Let's try out the pen, see if it works too. Very nice. And then Mike and Ike highlighter. They both equally work the same. Let me smell this. It smells like Mike and Ike candy, maybe lemon, but very, very faint, not overpowering. So if you want something kind of fun, kind of novelty, if you're a huge Jolly Rancher fan, if you're a huge Mike and Ike fan, then these sets are kind of fun, and you get 2 little things that are interesting and the little bookmark to go with it, which is just like a piece of poster board basically. But I can't really find anything wrong with it, so I'm going to give this one a thumbs up too. We are on a roll with the thumbs up in this video. This has been a great item at Dollar Tree. It's the activity paint tray from Jot. It comes in a couple different colors. I got it in purple. What's pretty cool about it is it's got this little tray in here where you can put a piece of paper, and it's got little spots to put paint and then a paintbrush here, and then you can close it up if you need to. You can also stack them. I did an Instagram reel on this and I tested it out with some things and it works really well. You can also do dry erase marker on here. Like if you put a piece of paper underneath, like a white piece of paper, and you wanted to use this for learning, you can use it as a dry erase board and it wipes right off. I'm just using a tissue. So it has several different uses for it. The only concern I have are these hinges right here on the edge when you close it up, because the more you open and close this, the weaker those little hinges get. So that would be my only future downside to it, although no one has really complained about that. So that just comes from overuse over and over and over again. So I already know this one is a thumbs up just based upon the feedback I got from everybody on Instagram on this one. And so that's why I wanted to mention in this video, because it's a good one. If I can find this online, I'm also going to put links down below in the description box where you can buy it from the Dollar Tree website. I wanted to try out this package of mechanical pencils from Zebra. Zebra has been putting back to school supplies in Dollar Tree for maybe the past 2 years or so. It's always nice to see some of the new things that they bring out. This says it's a 8-pack instead of a 4-pack. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it's supposed to be a bonus package. And this came in several different patterns too. I got the ones that kind of had, looks like little flower patterns and leaf patterns on it. It does say on the back that they are refillable and that the barrels themselves are in a hexagon shape, which is sometimes nicer to hold than a rounded barrel. And then you're supposed to be able to push down on the eraser to expose the lead, and that worked, and you can write. So they do write nice. Let's check out the eraser. Oh, not a fan of the eraser. Not a deal breaker. It works, but it's just hard because that's what you use to advance the pencil, and the pencil didn't break when I used it. It is pretty thin though. Not a thick piece of lead. It doesn't feel very cheap. I know sometimes you can get mechanical pencils and when you shake them, you can feel the lead moving around inside of there, and that's a little irritating, especially with the cheaper ones that you get from Dollar Tree. So we're going to give these a thumbs up. I like how many it comes with. I like the brand Zebra, and I like the different styles of them too. I'm going to keep out my paper again because we have some more Jot things to test. This is the 64 count box of crayons. Jot had the 24 box, and then I saw a 48 count box, and then I went to another store and I saw the 64, and I just had to try them because this reminds me of the Crayola brand. And look, there's even a built-in sharpener on the back of the box. On the top here, it shows you all the colors that you get. And so I just wanted to see, and I asked you guys on Instagram, or maybe it was here on YouTube, how the quality was of these compared to Crayola. And a lot of people said that they thought they were okay, they suited the purpose, and some people said that they were just like the Rose Art ones, which Jot usually isn't too bad. I mean, it looks identical to Crayola's box, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to test all the different colors. And then I did grab a box of our Crayola crayons just to kind of get a sense of the difference of how they feel. Let's try this pink. It's called Commotion Pink. I pulled out a couple different pinks from the Jot box, and they all look very, very similar. In fact, they look the exact same, if not maybe like one shade darker for one of them, but we can try those out. So here is the Crayola. Now, I've always found Crayola to be, in general, a little bit waxier. We tested the colored pencils in my last testing video, the Prang versus Crayola colored pencils, and I found that the Crayola was a little bit waxier when you used it. So that might be something true in this case too. All right, let's try this one. And then the next, and then the last one. Okay, that one broke. Maybe too much pressure. I can see absolutely no color difference between the 3 different Jot ones. Plus some of it broke off when I was coloring, and the crayon broke itself. And the Crayola one did feel a little bit smoother and more waxier, more pigmented. This time let's do green. That's the Crayola one, and then let's do the Jot ones. That was a little bit different. I feel like these two colors look very similar once again. The pigment felt the same as the Crayola one on the green, and just to be sure, I'm going to try another one and I'll be right back. I got some different color variations on the Jot ones on that one. That's just good. One of them felt like they was going to break in my hand again, so I was applying equal pressure. It just feels like these are more breakable faster than Crayola is. I'm going to say in a pinch, these crayons are fine. I mean, you can color with them and be just fine. Your kids guys might not even notice, but they do seem to be a little bit more fragile. They could be just a little bit better, especially with the color variations. Like you would expect the colors to be different. Thumbs down, Jot, sorry. Next up, we have the Jot Calligraphy Pen, which I've actually already opened because I did an Instagram reel on it. This one came in a couple of different styles. I already assembled this one. It comes with the ink separately. There was 2 of these little ink refills, and they go right inside the pen. So you just have to open it up and then attach it in here and push it in, screw it back on, and wait for the ink to flow down. And then it also comes with a lid that has a nice little clip on it. You get the extra ink, which is nice, so you can use it as a refill. After that, I guess you're on your own. I have the kind of, I don't know, tropical one. I think they had a couple others. Maybe one had lemons on it, something of that nature. But while you're there at Dollar Tree, my tip to you is to go to the book section and to pick up this Crayola book. It's a calligraphy book from Crayola. There's actually 2 different books that I've seen, maybe 3, and each one is a course on calligraphy. And it has little exercises that you can practice on how to write, and then some other practice pages here that are blank where you can do even more. So this is $1.25, and I highly recommend getting this if you're going to get this. But having said that, I wanted to also review the pen. I did play around with it and try to use it with this book. What I noticed is that the nib on the pen is rather thin, so you don't get those really thick lines. Let me see if I can find an example. Like here, you don't get the variation in lines because the nib is really like a fine point nib. But you can get some really great penmanship and writing practice with this one. It's just not going to have that variation in stroke size. So yes, this pen works. You can see some of my strokes here, and then over here to it a little big zigzag, but it's very thin strokes. So it works, but not with that variation, unless I'm not using it right, of that traditional calligraphy pen. Thumbs up on both of these, but with the caveat of if you want to use it for like really nice shaped calligraphy, this might not be the best option, but it does work and it works well, and it has that old-fashioned feel to it. A couple of things from the toy section. We have the Tonka Decorate Your Own. This one is the fire truck. There was all kinds of different vehicles, and I was excited about this because you can apply your own decals to it, but also because you can use it to play afterwards, and it felt like it could be like a really heavy-duty item. So let's check this out. This is pretty nice. It feels, I think it's wood. We got some wheels and it rolls. Lovely. And then we have our decals in here that go onto the truck. On the back is a little example of how it's supposed to look. So I could use that, put on my windows. These are a little translucent. And what's neat is you can get the whole set, and these are great for imaginative open-ended play. Here's the ladders that go on each side of my fire truck. Your child's probably not going to put them on straight, which is totally fine. It's kind of like a little fun art project. Okay, so maybe not the straightest application of decals. There you go. Here's my truck, and it works and it rolls. This actually says on the back it's from Hasbro. So that's a name brand toy right there. Definitely buy these, you guys. Buy a couple of them, buy all the styles, have the full set for a few dollars. This is fabulous. Huge thumbs up, definitely. Then we have these new Imagine Ink books. Now, Imagine Ink's not new, but at Dollar Tree they are new because they sell these over at Target for $3. So it's like a bigger book. I think this is the exact same brand, Bendon, I think is the name, except that Dollar Tree has them for half the price, but it's also half the book. So this one is a game book, Encanto from Disney. You get this little magic ink pen and it reveals the answer inside. So let me see, how many pages do we get in this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pages. I don't remember how many are in the bigger book, but it is a lot more than 5 pages. Now these pens work simply by coloring in. That's where you're supposed to put your name and the different spots where the magic ink is. So color it in, it's supposed to reveal. And you play the games using the ink and it should reveal everything as you do it. So it works just like it's supposed to, just like the ones that we see at Target. There's like a find the discrepancies in the pictures. Here's a maze, and then we have some kind of drawing activity there. I'm kind of disappointed. It should maybe have at least 10 pages. I think the other books have closer to 20. So we're going to give this one, unfortunately, a thumbs down because the price compared to the full-size books over at Target it's not a good deal. Also from the toy section here is the Turbo Wheels. This is a launcher that comes with 2 little mini cars and then the launcher here. I do like Turbo Wheels. I think they have some good sets. So here is our launcher here. And then we get 2 mini cars. You can actually, I think there's a couple different colors that these come in. And then we have the finish line that you could set it up. So the launcher here has a little mechanism inside that you just push back and you can slide it back with the side pieces until it clicks. And then when you push this go button on top, it releases it. That's what pushes the car forward. Car inside the launcher, and we push go. I didn't think it was going to work there for a second, but it did work. Didn't exactly go straight. Might need some practice on that. Inside the launcher, straight, push go. There we go. Now I got it. Just took some practice. Let's do our yellow one. You just have to get it in there straight. Go. The yellow one kind of gets stuck. There is a rubber band inside of here, so that could actually break, and then your toy is a little bit useless, but you could probably replace that rubber band. But all in all, this little guy is much better than the racetrack that I tested in my last video. So we're going to give this one a thumbs up. There are so many Shop With Me back to school videos I've done, so I'm going to put one of those up here on the screen so you can go watch that next. I've also done some more dollar product tests too, so you want to check out those previous videos and see lots of good stuff in there. Make sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this and give me a thumbs up to show your love.